Okay, welcome to another episode of On the Wrist from Off the Cuff. Today I have another really cool update for you on this nice Seiko Saturday, but this time it is an updated little alarm clock, and these are awesome. These are perfect for your desktop, and once we zoom out, you guys are going to get a better idea of the scale, I should say. But a little bit about the brand. Seiko, of course, was founded back in 1881. They're Japanese in origin and now have factories throughout Asia. They cover all market segments from entry level to high end, and this is actually a bit more of a higher end take on their My alarm clocks. These are actually the My T bedside alarms, and Mighty could be a play on Mighty, and they are of course very clearly inspired by Seiko's divers watches. Of course, this sporty clock face features a very nice update though, because you're kind of still getting the same aesthetic you had before, but now in kind of a more durable package, because this one is actually housed in a really cool aluminum housing versus the other one, which was plastic. That does increase the cost a bit because this comes in at $99, but we do have a couple of other color variants that are available that we'll kind of do a little brief unboxing on, just so you guys can get an idea of how those look. So with all that said, let's go ahead, zoom the camera out, get this piece in hand, and take a closer look. Okay, now before we pick this piece up, quick customary wristwatch check. Of course, today I'm wearing my Seiko Prospex SPB 317. It was actually my most worn watch of last year, and it's of course still getting some wrist time this year. And one of the reasons why, of course, for this particular review is so you guys can see a lot of that, of course, design language and that DNA that does carry over in terms of, you know, your basic Seiko diver. You're getting that fully indexed bezel insert that matches there. You're getting the dual indice split at the 12 o'clock, and then of course nice legible handsets, and then you know the rest of the indices and indexing, or you know it all flows very nicely. And then of course one of the nicer upgrades is you're seeing this nice now aluminum body. So of course aluminum isn't super heavy or anything like that, but compared to the plastic body of the original My T line, which are still great, I'm sorry, not My T, but just the My alarm clocks, was really wonderful. And this is just a bit more robust. It has the legs, so now when you stand it up, instead of it kind of sitting at an angle because of the shape, now you get that little bit of an angle because of the way that it's going to sit back on itself. So nice and stable. It does have a bit more of a classy look, and when I actually do more studio shots where I'm in front of the camera, you'll probably notice this exact clock behind me. But we also do have two other color variations. There's the black dial and the white dial, both of them with the black bezel insert style. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. So this is definitely more of a kind of unboxing style, but you can see all the information there. Nicely secured. You have, of course, an included battery, which is nice. Nothing crazy in terms of the battery there, but hey, it's free and it comes with it. So if you give this as a gift or if you purchase it, you're ready to go pretty much on day one. And let's take a look here. Check it out. So very nice. You can see the black. Oh, hey, look, it even has a hallmark of Seiko brand, slightly misaligned bezel, which is new. I think that's actually kind of funny. So it's almost as if, which actually this has good alignment, but let's say we gave it a couple of clicks over to the side, so it actually makes it a bit more imperfect and kind of, you know, of course, a big part of that wabi-sabi nature of Japanese design and craftsmanship. I think that's actually kind of fun and funny, actually. Depending on the angle you hold it at, of course, it lines up better or, you know, worse. So there is, of course, going to be that parallax effect depending. But this is a really cool one. And you can see definitely that all black nature is very sporty and very universal. So this is going to really be right at home anywhere. And again, the main difference you're going to have with the My T line versus the typical regular My Alarm Clock line is you're going to be getting this nice metal housing now. So it does kind of remind you, of course, of the steel case that the watches are in. So that's kind of cool. We'll go ahead and pop this in here. So you guys can see this bad boy running here on the side. It's a little bit too harsh of an angle because of the way that I angle the camera to kind of show you guys a bit of a POV. But let's see, similar story here in terms of unboxing. Oh, actually I opened it from the wrong side maybe. Oh yeah, I opened it from the underside. So remix. So this is now the use case if you open it upside down, which I guess worked out because now it kept the battery down at the bottom for me. Let's see how this white dial variation looks. This is a lot more modern in terms of taste. Ooh, I dig that white dial. Wow. And it looks like the alignment on the bezel is actually a bit nicer on the white dial. This one is very, very cool. Wow. Okay. A little torn now. I got the blue one going for the review and you know, got the hack. Actually, it's been up in my office, my little studio here, as kind of a bit of decor for the background for when I shoot YouTube videos. But now this white one, this thing is pretty sweet. It's speaking to me. So I'll say that the surprise of the bunch is definitely the white one. But one thing you can probably tell from the white one is you can see there that that's actually lume. So here, you know, it might just seem like, okay, it's white because it's, you know, just for contrast, for legibility. But let me get these out of the way, these boxes here, throw them over to the side. But these are actually quite, you know, they're lumed. You know, nothing crazy, of course. You know, it's not going to be obviously to the application of a wristwatch, but it's going to, let me see if I can just, if I can hit it with some, okay, and then we'll hit the lights here. You can see it's not super bright by any means. So this is something that you're probably going to be wanting to charge versus your normal, you know, an actual dive watch where you just wear it outside and it'll charge. But if you do have this by window or something, it'll definitely, there you go. It'll show up a lot nicer. I think on the camera it might be picking it more up in a blue tone, but I will say that it's probably, it is a little bit cooler than the green tone from Lumebrite that you would typically be used to seeing. But I would say that it is, yeah, I guess it is more of a bluish green, not quite a pure blue like you're probably seeing on the camera though. So these are pretty cool. And somebody actually mentioned in the last alarm clock review I did that I didn't do the alarm. So I guess I should probably do that in this alarm. So we set the alarm there, and then of course pushed in is setting the alarm. So I'm wondering if I can just scoot this over to where it's going to cross it and fill buzz or beep. It does. Nice. So I don't even have to mess with the, I don't have to mess up my time hack, which is cool. So that's what it sounds like. Go ahead, breathe that in. Okay, that's not annoying at all. Well, it needs to be annoying, darn it, because it's got to wake you up and it's got to alarm you. So that's where it's set, and basically you pull it out and then I will turn off that, and then you pull these out and they're different positions for setting the hands. Of course, This is non-hacking, so what I do to hack the movement is I actually just pull the battery out once it gets to the 12 o'clock, set everything, and then push the battery back in to get a proper time hack. And of course, this is quartz, so it's going to be more accurate. Like this one's actually been running for, I want to say, a week or two maybe now, and you can see within a week it's only, what, 2 seconds fast after a week or two. So really good timekeeping. You also do get the nicely capped, top of your hand stack there, which is nice, reminiscent of something like a Grand Seiko, versus here, your typical Seiko Prospex watch where you can see the pinhole still. So I do like this blue. I will say on the website, they make it look a little bit more like there's some level of kind of gradation to it, but this is a more traditional blue, which I actually like. This is, it kind of almost reminds me of the blue of my turtle reissue or my mini turtle, which is slightly brighter blue. But yeah, I really like this one. I think, of course, you think of dive watches, a lot of times you can think of blue, although the black is very iconic, and then the black and white is definitely more contemporary. It looks really, really great. I think the white might be the best one of the bunch in terms of the QC on it. And then also it probably hides, some of the issues a little bit better because it does have a white dial. So if there's any debris or anything underneath the glass or the plastic, I believe, if there is any debris under there, you're not going to notice it as much as you might, see some dust here or here, but honestly, a lot of that is just because we're real close in with the camera. In reality, again, these are going to be at arm's length, at your bedside. You're not going to be wearing these, so what you're going to end up doing is just kind of glancing over at them once in a while. So something like a little bit of dust or something isn't going to be a big deal. I don't know how many of you are wiping off your clock faces every time you look at them, whereas your watch, a lot of times you do find yourself wiping off your crystal throughout the day, and then of course it can be annoying as you're wiping it off, you still see a piece of debris or something stuck to the crystal. So I will say it's not a deal breaker for me. It's for there to be a bit of dust and debris, just because for the type of product, again, this isn't some super high-end luxury product. This is a Seiko tabletop clock, and I think it does a really good job of representing that. And I think this is just a wonderful choice if you are going to consider getting somebody something as a gift for a watch enthusiast. You're going to go to a watch meet, maybe you want to raffle something off. Like, stuff like this is perfect. Everybody loves these. Nobody's gonna be disappointed. And because the entry price point is so competitive, these are just $99, and that's directly from Seiko. You never know where you purchase from. You can always get deals and stuff, as they go, if there's any type of promotions. And these are carried by, I'm sure, a ton of different dealers out there. But I did get these directly from Seiko Clocks USA, so big shout out to them for sending these in and continuing to collaborate with me. Just because you guys know I'm quite a huge Seiko fan, and stuff like this, I just really get a kick out of it, and it's stuff that collectors enjoy, and it's something that you can get without expanding your watch box or anything like this. Can kind of feed that bug when it comes to a new piece, in just a very different way though. And you can see the finishing here is quite nice. It's aluminized or aluminum. And then has these nice little ridges here, adds a little bit of depth. And again, different than the plastic body other unit that I've previously reviewed. But that one did have a smooth sweeping movement. This one has more of the traditional tick. And I gotta say, I like them both. I feel like clocks, when they tick, it's kind of, you expect it. And then also, it is going to be very iconic to a clock ticking away, but the smooth sweep definitely feels, of course, ties into that Seiko spring drive kind of idea, which I think is a lot of fun. So you can really, have your way with it. It's not easy to pick up 3 different dive watches, of a particular release, although I probably do have some examples like that within kind of the Turtle reissue, Mini Turtle, and now the Slim Turtle line, where I have multiple copies copies of the same one with different dials. But I will say this is going to be a lot easier on your pocketbook for you to pick up a couple of different clocks, maybe make it fun, give some to your friends, your buddies. Yeah, I just think these are really fun ideas, and there's not enough videos kind of showing these in real life out on YouTube, so I'm happy to create some of that for you guys. So with that said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do it like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks, guys.